Hey, I have a super fun workout for you. We are gonna get into it. Gonna do a good warm up. We get the mat down on the ground. We're gonna do a couple things down on the ground. So get on some carpet or grab a mat and we'll do some work. We'll see if Linus wants to join us. He's over here in the grass. Hey, buddy. Are you gonna join for the workout? Maybe. Okay, you're just gonna watch, that's fine. Alright, so got a good one today. It's mostly timed intervals. It's gonna be a full body workout. Take about 30 minutes of your time. You're gonna dig it. Alright, let's get down on the ground. We're gonna get in a split stance position. So I'm gonna show you from the side. I got my left leg up. Stretch out this, open up this hip flexor really. So I'm gonna take my right arm, reach it forward, and then I'm going to come and reach back just like this, open palm. We're going to get 4 more. We're going to get 5 on this side, and then 5 on the other side. So think about opening up through that shoulder, your lower back, get the most out of that. With mobility, it's really important to just find that end range. That's what you're looking for, this very end range. Alright, switch it up, hit the other side. Reach it forward. Last one. Okay. We're going to come down, and you might know it as like a child's pose. You're going to go child's pose, and then I'm going to come up and just bring this leg up and forward. Sort of pointing my toe at the corner here as I do that, and then I'm going to bring it back, shift those hips back, and then hit the other side. So we're going to alternate these for a total of 10. Take your time here. This isn't meant to be fast. This is mobility. This is finding our range of motion so when we start to apply weight and load, it's not such a shock to the body. And we reduce our chance of getting injured, because being injured sucks, then you can't do anything. I'm going to get 1 more on each side. Shift it back. Step it up as high as you can. Okay. We're going to come on both knees here, and you can sit back or you can stay up. Either way is going to be fine because we're going to work on a little bit of shoulders. So I'm going to sit like this. You're going to bring your arm out to the side, and then you're going to touch your shoulder cap, just like that, a little tap. Bring it open and turn to the back. So touch that shoulder, bring it open, turn to the back. 1 more of these. And then we're going to bring that arm up. I'm going to post up this hand next to me for support. Reach over. I'm going to get a couple of these. And then we're going to do the same thing on the other side. We're really trying to open up through that rib cage, lower back. Alright. The shoulder joint is the most mobile joint of our body, but turns out it's the most frequently injured one. So out to the side, touch that shoulder cap, bring it back. It's injured most frequently because I think we take it for granted and we tend to do movements with our shoulders during regular life that we don't always think it through. Or maybe we don't have time to think it through, you know, grabbing something really fast. Or maybe like a repetitive motion. You ever like throw around a baseball or a football for a while, haven't done it in a long time, and it's maybe your shoulder gets super messed up. Okay, over the top. Or you just move really, really fast with weight with your shoulder, unexpected, you know, trying to catch something or maybe brace your fall, that kind of thing. So yeah, take care of your shoulders. This stuff, you know, it might seem boring and useless, but it definitely has a huge use and a huge purpose. All right, I'm just gonna kind of work through a little bit here. So we have a bunch of timed intervals today. We're going to do two things back to back that are going to be timed 25 seconds of work, and I've got it set for 12 seconds of rest on my interval timer here. So this is a really great product for, you know, at-home workouts. I don't know if you can see it really good, but it's called Gym Boss, and I've had this thing for years. This is actually my second or third one, but only because I've dropped it and broke it, or Linus ate one of mine. Anyways, these are really cheap. They're like $20, maybe $30 on Amazon, but kind of makes, you know, doing interval work really easy. All right, I actually have today, I got a set of dumbbells, I've got a single kettlebell, and I've got a plate. And I have those things set aside because I want to show you, if you have one of those things at home or all of those things, you can use them. They're really interchangeable for some of these exercises, so I'll explain it as we go. All right, first thing we're going to do is going to be a squat press. So the first round I'm going to do with dumbbells, second round I'm going to do with a kettlebell, third round I'm going to do with a plate. So I'm going to show you what it looks like with all of them, but the cues are going to be the same for all. So for 25 seconds, we're going to have those dumbbells on our shoulders, and I'm going to go down into a deep squat where my elbows touch my knees to the top of my quads. I'm going to come up with power to give my hips that power that my shoulders need to press it up. I don't want to get all the way to the top and then ask my shoulders to press, especially when you get into really, really heavy weight. It needs to be an explosive movement all the way from the bottom through to the top. So we're going to do that for 25 seconds, and then we're going to pair it up with a push-up move. So I got a bunch of different cool push-ups for you to do today. First push-up move that we're going to do is going to be a knee in to a knee in, and then I'm hitting a push-up. So knee it in, push up. We're going to go back and forth between those two exercises 3 times, and then we have a core exercise that we're going to do for 3 rounds, interval style. You're going to love it. All right, get whatever you're working with, and we're going to hit it. 3, 2, 1. Here we go. On my shoulders, all the way down, getting power as they come up. Second rest, and then we're going to get right into that push-up. So knee in, and then hitting a push-up. Got some good ones there. All right, I'm going to grab my kettlebell because each round I want to show you something different that you can use for this squat press. So I'm going to grab the kettlebell by the horns, squat down, my elbows touch my knees, and then I come up. So depending on the type of kettlebell that you have and the size of it, you know, you just want to grab it somewhere where you have control. Okay, second round with the push-up. knee it, drop it down. All right, we're gonna stay focused for one more round. So I have a weight plate that I'm gonna show you for the third round. So it looks like this. You grab it by the sides. We're gonna drop it just like we would with the other ones, and then explode at the top. So the cool thing about using like a plate or a kettlebell is it's one implement that you're working with, and the weight is a little bit easier to manage, especially if you're just starting out with an exercise like this that's pretty demanding. That went by fast. Okay, third time. Knee in to a push-up. Get set up. Here we go. Challenging, very challenging. Okay, take a rest while I explain what we're doing for a core exercise. So, this is going to be 3 rounds as well. We're going to be working with all the same time interval for this workout. So it's 25 seconds of work, 12 seconds rest. So our rest period is like half of our work period. That's always kind of a nice rule of thumb that I try to do when I'm doing intervals. Say it's a 30-second interval, I'll make it like a 15-second rest. Something like that. Maybe it's a minute of work and then you get 30 seconds rest. You get the idea. All right, what we're going to do is alternating V-ups. So, I want it to look like this. We're going to lay it all the way down. I'm going to show you first before we actually do the timed version. So I'm going to go hands behind my head, and I'm going to use a little bit of that momentum for my arms as I come up, reach across, like cross body. And then I want to go down slow and control. Pop up with power, slow and control as I go down. You can bring your arms behind your head every time if you need that extra oomph to kind of get up. I'm probably going to keep my hands somewhere around here. So the big thing with core work is the deceleration, going down slow and controlled. So often people pop up real fast, but then they kind of come crashing down on that spine. We want to really try to go slow and controlled. Think of it as vertebrae by vertebrae, kind of laying down real slow. So what we're going to do is we're going to hit this for 3 rounds, just non-stop. It's going to be good. All right, get yourself ready. Get yourself in position. Ready? 3, 2, 1. I'll even turn a little to the side, look over if I want to get a little more oblique. And if you don't have that hamstring flexibility to come straight up, try something like a knee in. It's going to be a little bit safer and work for you a little bit better. And work up to getting that hamstring straight. All right, here we go. Rest. Woo-wee. Okay, last one coming up. Get ready for it. Here it is. Keep breathing. Crucial. Woo. Sneak that one in. Awesome. Practice that one. It's definitely tricky. You know, after practicing them for years and years, it was just like one day where I was like, oh, cool, I can actually do these pretty good now. It's kind of funny how it works like that, how all of a sudden you become like decent at something. Hey, imagine that. All right, grabbing your dumbbells again. We have our second back-to-back interval piece. There's going to be a push-up variation, which is going to be the second thing, but I'll show you the first thing right now, which is going to be a leg thing. These are half kneeling get-ups. Now, I am going to use a single dumbbell for the first round. Second round, I'll use a kettlebell. Third round, I'll use the plate, just so I can show you all the variations. And if you're finding it difficult to do with resistance, then just do it with body weight. That's great. All right, so it looks like this. Half kneeling. I'm going to bring the resistance to my chest, and one foot is going to come forward, and then I push off with that leg to come up. Now I need to be staying low this entire time. I don't want to stand fully up. And then I'm going to go back, bring it around. So all we're going to do here is just alternate. Just alternate legs. If you accidentally do the same one 2 times in a row, it's okay. Not a big deal. So this is asking a little bit of our hips too, to kind of like swing around and have our foot come under us so we can stand up. A little bit of ankle mobility, some balance involved. So if you're finding it difficult with resistance, all you gotta do is just practice with body weight, just like this. There's nothing wrong with that because it's very difficult either way. All right, if you're working with something, you feel comfortable about it, we're gonna grab it now, and I'm gonna start this up in 3, 2, 1. Here we go. We got 25 seconds. Don't feel like you have to go real fast. If anything, I feel these a lot more when I go real slow, controlled, taking my time, feeling each one of my muscles doing their job. Oh, my apologies for not showing you the push-up variation. Silly me. It's going to be a hand release push-up. All the way down on the ground, hand release, and pop up. Here we go. Hand release. Lead with those hips and chest. Lots of core activation here. Sorry, I didn't explain that earlier. I got so excited about the half kneeling get up. All right, I'm gonna hold the kettlebell for this one. You can hold it any way you want. I'm gonna grab it by the ball part of it. Hold it to my chest. Come up. These are killer. Whew, so killer. All right, hand release push up for the second time. I'm going to be using a plate for that third round. All right, chest all the way to the ground to start here. Pop it up. What are you doing, buddy? Okay, so if you have a plate to work with, you're just going to grab it by the sides, just how you would have for the squat to press. Okay, get it set up. Here we go. Third time. Killer. So yeah, that one is a great practice. Never done it before with just body weight. Okay, third time with that hand release push-up. Love it. Love it. Just loving it. Just loving it. Okay. We got our core exercise coming up. So it's going to look like a sit-up. And normally I don't really program sit-ups per se for clients and people because they're performed horribly wrong all the time. Remember what I was talking about before with crashing down to the ground? That's what happens a lot with sit-ups. And there's a lot of hip flexors taking over, stuff like that. So I'm going to try to teach you a way to where those things aren't happening and you're actually using those abdominal muscles. So once again, I'm going to show you 3 versions. You can use a single dumbbell, a single kettlebell, or a plate. So let me show you what the dumbbell looks like first, then the kettlebell, and then the plate. All right. So I got my dumbbell like this. So I have my feet firmly planted flat into the ground. The dumbbell is close to my chest, and I'm going to go down vertebrae by vertebrae, really slow. Then I'm going to take the dumbbell, bring it all the way behind me. It can tap the ground if you want, that's fine. And I'm going to use it to sort of pull over and explode up, and then I'm going to press. Look through the window there, press through. Bring it right back down to my chest, really, really, really slow. Use it to pull over, bring it right to my chest, pop it up, sit up nice and straight, and then come down real slow and controlled. It's good. I think we're going to not do this in a timed fashion, but rather a rep-based fashion. So we're going to do 3 sets of 5 reps. Does that sound good? And then you can kind of build from there on your own. All right, let's get into it. Get whatever you're working with here. I'll show you from the front. I'll show you maybe each set from a little bit of a different angle so you have a good feel for what it should look like. All right, we're going to do 5. Let's just actually start down slow. We won't count this one. We're going to start counting right now. Pull over, come up, look through, bring it to my chest. Slow, slow, slow. Slow, slow, slow. All right, that's 1. 2. That's 3. We got 2 more. Last one. Whew. Take your time. Make it count. Good. I feel good about it. So, we only did 5 reps, but it felt like a lot more because of that slow and controlled situation. Second set I'm going to do with the kettlebell so you can see what that looks like. I'm going to show you from this side angle. So I'm going to grab the kettlebells by the little horns on the side. And when I go down, the top of the handle is going to basically tap the ground like this. And then I'll pull it up, and I have good control over the bell to do a press up top. Again, it's going to depend on the size of your kettlebell. This is a fairly small one. It's 25 pounds, but it's small. I like the ones that are a little bit smaller. They're easier to work with. All right, get in position, whatever you got. We'll hit 5 of these. Feet are on the ground. I'm going to go down and set up for this first one. 2. 3. That was 4. And 5. Okay. Third set, I'm going to use the plate. So with the plate, I'm going to grab it just how I've grabbed it for the other exercises, just by the sides like that. Same idea here. That plate's going to pull all the way over behind you, and then you're going to explode up with it and press it over your head, just like a steering wheel. Okay. Let's just get it done. We got 5 to go. Set it up on the ground here. I'm going to pull it over to my chest. Up I go. Down with control right in front of me. Slow, slow, slow. That's 1. I think I counted right. I think this is 5. Woo. So that overhead press part, where we go like this, you don't necessarily have to add in that press part if you don't want to. You can just hold it at your chest. But anytime you're lifting and something weight is over your head, you're just asking a little bit more of your abdominals and your lower back, so your core. So everybody's always like, what's the best core exercises? Lifting things over your head? Seriously, that's it. That's where it's at. That's going to build you a really strong core. Okay, these are all fun to do and good accessory moves, but really, lifting heavy things above is honestly where it's at. Okay, hey, we have our last thing. Sweating like crazy. It's a really nice day out though. Okay, dumbbells. It's all about the biceps on this one. For the bicep move, it's pretty basic, but very, very effective. What we're going to do is, for time, we're going to do a regular bicep curl, and then we're just going to turn them and do a hammer throw. So it's just as simple as that. 2 variations, both are working the biceps, both are just working slightly different areas of the biceps. And then for our push-up variation, we're going to do an inverted push-up. I'm probably going to take my sunglasses off because they're just going to slide right off. So the inverted push-up is going to have more of a shoulder and upper chest focus. Looks like this. So I'm going to walk it out. Hands can be as wide or as close as you want. And I want to aim for the crown of my head to touch the ground. I'm not looking for my elbows to flare way out to the side. I want them to, just like in a regular push-up, I want them to come down and back. Just think of them as like almost like a 45-degree angle. Okay, are you guys ready? Let's do this. I'm gonna keep my sunglasses on for the curls so I can look super cool. I'm gonna take them off for the push-up. All right, and then what I'm gonna do is, for the second round, I'm gonna show you how to curl a dumbbell. Third round, I'm gonna show you how to curl a plate. So whatever you have, you can make it work. All right, we're gonna get it going. 3, 2, 1. So I'm gonna do a regular bicep curl first. Come down, turn them, hammer curl. Bell's right in front of me. Okay, let's get set for the inverted push-up. Here we go. Don't forget to breathe. Walk it up. Yeah, if you want a really good way to pass out, just don't breathe during that one. No, don't do what I said. Okay, I'm grabbing the kettlebell by the horns, extending all the way down, and then I'm going to curl up. If you are working with a lighter kettlebell, it's not real challenging. You can always sit down or do it in a squat. That's going to increase your range of motion and kind of increase the difficulty of it. Or you can do it while seated. That takes the legs out of it. But it's a fun variation. Okay, you got to keep it varied. All right, get ready for that inverted push-up. Here we go. And if those become easy for you, you can always put your feet or knees up on like a box or a bench. There's always things. Okay, if you have a plate, grab a plate. And we're going to bring it all the way down and all the way up. So there's always a way to make it work depending on what you have. If you have two heavy dumbbells that are too heavy for you to do this is also a great option. Many, many ways to make it work. Okay, this is our final time doing the inverted push-ups. Take it out, get ready for it. My sunglasses actually stayed on. Nice. All right, as promised, we have another core move, 3 rounds. Same time period we're working with. This one's gonna be fun. I love things that are in like low plank, high plank, different things like that. So what we're gonna do is, let me get some of this stuff out of the way. I kind of want to move the mat a little bit closer. I feel like it's a little bit, I feel like I'm far away from the camera. All right, so we're gonna do something on in low plank, which is gonna be a plank saw. We're gonna go forward, backward. We're gonna do 1, 2, 3, 5 plank saws, and then we're gonna put a hand under our chest, and push our bodies up. And then we're gonna come right back down into a low plank for 5 plank saws, and then 1 push up. Let me show you what it's gonna look like. So my elbows are going to be under my shoulders. I'm going to push forward, just like that. So this is your plank saw. So I'm going to do 5 of those, pushing forward as much as I can off my toes, forward. So I'm not looking to go up, we're going straight forward. So I'm going to do 5 of those, and then I'm going to go hand under my shoulder, other hand under my shoulder to push my body up, and then I'm going to go right down and do another 5. So it'll be like 5 to 1, 5 to 1, 5 to 1. 25 seconds on, 12 seconds rest, 3 times. Let's make it happen. Okay, 3, 2, and 1. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hand goes under, other one pushes up, and I go right back down into another 5. 2, 3, 4, 5. Push up, come down. Felt good about it, really good. How did you do? I hope you did well. They're tough. They're not easy. We'll go on from the front here. We got 2 seconds. Here it is. Okay. All right, all right. Don't rush those plank saws either. Try to come as far forward as you can and back. I find them very effective when I go slow. All right, set it up. Up and done. Woo, feels good. Feels good to be done, doesn't it? Hey, we did a lot of work there. We did 3 different supersets, 3 different core moves. I think we got a fair amount of work done. Okay, normally I go through a whole bunch of stretches and recovery, but I don't have time today because I have a client coming to do some meal prep in a little bit, and I want to get ready for her. So, yeah, meal prep is one of those fun things that I do with people working on nutrition. So, have a great day. Enjoy that workout. Do it over and over and over again and get really amazing at it. And drop a comment. Let me know how you liked it. Have a great day wherever you're at. And I'll make sure to keep posting these. If you have anything that you want to see from me as far as workouts, recipes, whatever you want, let me know. I'll post it.